Well, a song that's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, and the first 8 verses is a song. I'm in there. Let's go. Alright, guys. Welcome to Lee Reacts. Hope everyone's having a good day. I know I am. And we are back with the Byrds. We're going to be listening to Turn, Turn, Turn. Also subtitled To Everything There Is a Season. It's written by Pete Seeger, originally in 1959. The song was originally released in 62 as To Everything There Is a Season on the Limelighters album Folk Matinee. And then months later on Pete Seeger's The Bitter and the Sweet. But it became an international hit in 65 when the Byrds adapted it. American folk rock group, the Byrds. Which still, that throws me off, the name. It screams British invasion, but it's not. I love that. They're so smart for that. It did pretty well on the charts, but it is the lyrics are basically taken verbatim from the book of Ecclesiastes, King James version. Ecclesiastes 3, 1 through 8. It's traditionally ascribed to King Solomon, who would have written it in the 10th century BC. But a significant group of biblical scholars to date much later, up to the 3rd century BC. Interesting. I don't know what that has to do with anything. This is a pick from our patron Scott. Thank you, Scott, for your support, my friend. I truly appreciate it. And let's go. If y'all are subscribed, do that, and then leave a like and a comment too with your favorite Byrds track. All right, here we go. The Byrds, Turn, Turn, Turn. 3, 2, 1, go.
To everything, turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time to every purpose under heaven.
Michael Clark is getting down back there, bro.
A time to build up, a time to break down, a time to dance, a time to mourn, a time to cast away stones, a time to get.
Oh yeah, I got a surprise I'll show y'all too. I got something cool that relates to the Byrds.
To everything, turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time to every purpose under heaven. A time of love, a time of hate, a time of war, a time of peace, a time you may embrace, a time to refrain from
That harmony.
embracing.
And this is 65? Wow, man. Dude, Jim is killer, bro. I'm guessing that's Jim, right? Playing guitar.
To everything, turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time to every purpose under heaven.
See, it's so weird. I can hear what parts that Crosby brought to CSN. It's wild.
A time to rend, a time to sow, a time for love, a time for hate, a time for peace, I swear.
Oh, okay, good. Dude, I did not expect that to go so hard instrumentally. All right, one sec. Well, I couldn't find it, but that's okay. Wow, I did not expect that to go so hard. I mean, the drumming was intense as hell, especially for 65. Like, I know that. So who was around in 65? So, like, the Zombies, the Beatles, all this. I know that Carmine was drumming, like, really, you know what I'm saying, really good back then in the mid 60s, but that was really good, man. I can't remember if Michael Clark was the drummer on the Mr. Tambourine Man and all the other Byrds songs that we've done. I think he is, but if he's new, or I don't know. But I see Chris Hillman here on the bass too. Crosby on the rhythm guitars and vocals. Gene Clark, rhythm guitar, harmonica, tambourine, vocals, and then Jim on lead guitar, acoustic guitar, and vocals. This was the opening track to the album of the same name, Turn, 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 that came out in December of 1965. It is just like its predecessor, Mr. Tambourine Man. The album epitomized the folk rock genre and continued the band's successful mix of vocal harmony and jangly 12-string Rickenbacker guitar. The album's lead single and title track, Turn, 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 which was adapted by Pete Seeger from text in Ecclesiastes, had been previously rearranged in a chamber folk style by the Byrds' lead guitarist Jim McGuinn for folk singer Judy Collins' third album, but the arrangement he used for the Byrds' recording of the song utilizes the same folk rock style as the band's previous hit singles. Well, there you go. Thank you, Wikipedia. I'd say that if that was, I'm guessing that was Jim on the lead guitar, he was ripping that thing. I mean, especially for 65. I always say that because, I've kind of got a grasp on, like, when things sounded, like, like what the zeitgeist was for certain things with certain, like, years. This is pretty heavy for 65, man. Like, it really is. The guitar was, like, just, like, nonstop. I know they have 3 guitarists, but still, like, I know Crosby was playing off him great. I don't know if I have exactly who's playing what down and what channel and all that yet exactly, but I know the lead is Jim, so I'm guessing he does most of it. But yeah, he was great. Michael Clark was great. The whole harmony between Crosby, him, and the other guy. Who's the other guy? Gene Clark. Yeah, he does the vocals too. I think they were really ahead of their time, especially for the folk rock genre. And that's why, CSM was a super group because, Crosby came from here, Stills came from Buffalo Springfield, and then Nash came from the Hollies. So I still have to get into the Hollies. I haven't done anything from them yet, but I've done a few Byrds tracks now. We've done plenty of Buffalo Springfield. I've done the whole retrospective, so I've done the greatest hits of them. What talented artists, man. Like, the Laurel Canyon scene, the whole everything, man. They were all geniuses. They really were. A bunch of sleeping around hippies, you know what I mean? But still, they're some of the greatest artists known to man, and it's, it's amazing to me. Especially for that genre, at least for that genre. Folk rock, rock and roll. The psychedelic stuff kind of thrown in there too, I think you can't beat that area, that whole scene. And then the San Francisco scene, like, California was banging back in the day, music-wise, man. Like, y'all just had musicians left and right, kind of like England did. Britain, I'm sorry. They had prog groups and regular rock groups, like blues, they had everything, just, like, everywhere, I just feel like everyone back then, it was cheaper to be a musician. Like, you could somewhat, survive being a musician if you, could get a gig, and just keep going. Nowadays, that doesn't really exist anymore. That whole lifestyle, it sucks, because I probably could have been the last generation to kind of experience it, because growing up, I had bands that I knew as, local bands that did that, and they survived, and they got to work gigs and go to shows and stuff and make money, and they survived, But nowadays it's a whole new ball game. I mean, if you got your social media skills down, then you probably could get a gig, but it's a whole different world, and it sucks that the world that this music came from doesn't exist anymore, because I feel like that way was, I mean, I'm not saying any way was better, but the music was definitely better back then. But I don't know, man. I think y'all had the right idea with things, I don't know about the whole free love thing. I can only deal with one woman at a time, man. Jesus Christ. No offense to any ladies out there, but I'm good with one, dude. I just can't imagine the genius that came out of that whole scene. I know the Byrds kind of rode the British invasion wave, just by kind of making a name like that and making music that was similar to it. They did a lot of Bob Dylan covers, and I think they covered Pete Seeger here. Let's see who else did they cover on this album. Stephen Foster, Bob Dylan, the Book of Ecclesiastes. That's funny. That's written under writer for this song. That's hilarious. It's true though. He was a friend of mine. Was a traditional one, traditional song, I guess. I don't think I've heard of that one. Maybe I have. Oh, Susanna. Like, it's, they do a lot of covers. They've got a few original ones, but back then that's kind of what you did, I guess. People, because it said Judy Collins did a version of the song too. Like, good God, everyone did a version of the song. But I mean, I thought that was great though. I thought the lead guitar was fantastic. The drumming was so, I mean, like, what? 1965? That's crazy. He was going crazy back there. Michael Clark's a beast, and he's not like known these days. Like, he died in 93 at 47 from liver failure, heavy alcohol consumption. Oh, that's a damn shame, dude. He was born in San Francisco. Sad, man. Sorry. He was in the Flying Burrito Brothers too. That's a band that people have been talking about. So I know there's all kinds of bands back then that we still haven't even touched. And I don't know, man. I'm very excited to see what else we can come up with. Like, we've listened to a lot of stuff, but I can't say we barely scratched the surface. We've definitely scratched the surface, but that's it. I know that there's a whole iceberg still left to do in solo work and all that stuff, and I'm down. You guys know I'm game. You would think I'm like experiencing musical overload with these videos, but I'm not. I actually I process information very well. It doesn't come back out as quickly sometimes. That's why, like, I'll stumble over my words because I'm trying to say the third word in my head that's ahead of the word that should come out first. So I kind of like mix things up sometimes. It's like vocal dyslexia. That's kind of what I call it. My brain just works really fast, and that's why I'm actually good at doing this. Because I can just palate cleanse like real quick in between and just not be impressed by the previous song usually. So I can give you all a fresh listen and fresh take on things. And so I just want to let you guys know that I appreciate you. Thank you for everything that you do. And hopefully you all enjoyed that. I love going back in time and hearing these classics because the ones that we have left, they're the last of their kind, man. I feel like a stranger in a strange land. I really do. And I'm a young person, I'm 30. But yeah, I'm 30. But it's I don't know. I'm a father. I'm an adult. Like, I'm just like the person who's got to take care of people now. So I got to care about what's happening in the world and who runs the country. Beforehand, I didn't care, because I'm off running around doing whatever. Who gives a shit who's the president? Like, you got some dope? Like, that's what it came down to, basically. But, nowadays it's not, I don't know. Like I said, I'm an independent. I'm down the middle. So I just feel like either side is it's stupid as hell, and it's just a bunch of petty kids fighting over nothing. Well, not nothing, fighting over the entire country basically, but being petty little children about it. And on both sides, they're just toddlers. I listen to like the Senate hearings. I'm just embarrassed. I'm like, what are we doing, dude? It's so embarrassing. But enough of talk. I'm out of here. Thanks for watching, guys. And thank you, Scott, for a great pick. That was awesome. If I had to pick a favorite thing, I would say Jim on the lead guitar or Michael Clark on the drums. There you go. Patreon. Right there. That's a picture of it. There's a link in the description. If you join the $15 tier or up, you get to one free request a month. If Join any of the tiers, get access to all of our block videos and full album reactions. There's hours and hours of bonus content on there, from the Beatles to King Crimson, Blind Faith. There's all kinds of stuff on there. And there's also a PayPal and Cash App link in the description for tips, requests, and anything else. Thank you for watching. See y'all later.